signal around the globe. Direct from New York City. It's Brad Blanks.
Brad Blanks, and I have here
Paul Rieckhoff.
Ryan Tomlinson.
Guys, where were you at, Al?
Well, now we're with Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. I served in Iraq. We both served in Iraq. I was Army, and Ryan was a Marine.
Now, can you explain the legend of Chris Kyle to people, that amazingly aren't familiar with his story?
Yeah, I mean, he is an iconic figure now in the modern American military. This film tells a story that all of us know who have served in Iraq. He was a guardian angel to so many American troops and Iraqi civilians. So to have an opportunity to tell that story on behalf of all the troops who've served is really important and powerful. We hope everybody goes and checks it out.
And you knew Chris?
I didn't know him like as in we're buddies or anything, but I ran into him in Korean Village right next to Rupa in Iraq, out in Western Anbar province. And during the which he was serving with SEAL Team 3, and I was a PSYOPs representative of the Marine Corps. So I worked with him to do different surveillance missions, but he seemed to be a pretty silent guy, great guy, but I had no idea he was the legend he was until I saw him in Stars or in Stripes about 2 years later. So it was really kind of nice to see that he was out. He was transitioning well, and that's what we're here for, Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. So it's good.
As veterans, it's a fascinating story in the fact that he'd come home from his tour and want to get back because he felt that he was letting down his friends. Yeah. It was a wonderful story of friendship, this movie. Do you feel similar feelings during your time coming and going?
Yeah, I think all veterans can relate to that. If you've never been in the military, maybe you've been on a sports team and you can remember missing the game. You miss that camaraderie, that unity, that sense of cohesion, and especially in a unit as elite as the Navy SEALs, you long to be a part of that group. So it's a testament not just to Chris Kyle, but to all the service members, almost 2 million folks who've served overseas since 9/11, and to their families. This also powerfully tells the story of the Kyle family, and I think that's an unsung side of this story that's really important as well.
No, it's a great movie. And on a lighter note, a big sort of beefy guy like myself that loves his beer, how would I become a sniper?
Probably never at this point. You look too old and frankly out of shape, but there's always hope, man. That's what the Navy SEALs show you. If you're tenacious and you work hard, there's always hope.
If I have high blood pressure, I'm gone.
And if not, you can watch the movie. And you can tell your friends to watch the movie and talk about it on the radio, which is, in the military, everybody does their part. So you're doing your part, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. Just get my BB gun at home and just...
whatever you can do, man. You'd be good in public affairs, so it looks like you're doing a good job.
Thank you. That's my role. I can be good at military public affairs. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you for having us, sir. Thanks.